Reefers.
What's going on, everybody? This is Micah. This is my 60-gallon cube. Today I want to talk a little bit about water changes. I've been hearing a lot about it lately. A lot of people have not been doing them, switching to the Triton method. The more I think about it, the more I didn't feel like I needed to do them anymore. I don't really have bad algae. I've been monitoring most of my elements, and I haven't done a water change in almost 5 weeks now. When I was doing water changes, I was only doing 5 gallons a week, and so that's a little over 5%, I think. So I think I was somewhere around maybe 20% every month. And I don't know, I started dosing and haven't really been seeing much of a difference, except for everything seems happier. I've seen increased growth in my zoas, increased color and growth with the acros. Really the only thing that's not doing great right now is my LPS, and I attribute that to a little bit of alkalinity swings. They just seem to take a long time to bounce back. Plus I think some of them are still splitting, so they're reseeded. It's just kind of hard to tell. But anyways, 5 weeks with no water change. I did have a little bit of an alkalinity issue. I've had to increase my kalk into the top off, and I've also had to add a little bit of Reef Builder alkalinity. My alkalinity right now is right about 9. My calcium is at 410, and I still do not know what my magnesium is. I really do need to test for the magnesium and find out what it is, but so far I haven't seen any precipitation. Everything's been doing pretty good. I've seen a little bit of an increase with the diatoms since I've stopped doing water changes. I've been trying to keep a close eye on the algae situation, but I've also seen kind of an explosion of these baby snails everywhere. Let me show you guys real quick. So our baby snails, if I could ever get it to focus. And there used to be a lot of green hair algae growing in this overflow, and now it's just sponges. And I think a lot of that has to do with these snails. So they've been breeding like crazy in the tank. One thing that did happen is my clam did move. I went on vacation over the weekend. When I came back, he was laying sideways in the sand. And I've also been increasing my lights by 5% every week. This baby clam or whatever it was on it did die because that was the side that was in the sand. So that's sad, and I was hoping to see what was going to come of that. But I put it back up on the rock. It seems to be doing okay. But all my zoas have been doing better than okay. I've seen an increase in growth. I'm still just using that Marine Elements T, the letter T, by Continuum and kalkwasser. I'm now up to 6 teaspoons per 5 gallons of RO water. Don't know what's going on with his Duncan. He's a little receded right now. Typically he's open. He was being stung. Yeah, I had him back in the kind of the middle, and he was being stung by that big Recordia mushroom back there. So I dipped him and put him over here. Having an issue with this torch, I'm gonna have to dip it. This can after it was dipped, this was the one that I thought was gone, that I overdid the Lugal solution, and seems to be doing fine. Very plump and happy, and seem to be coming back. The other cans are still alive a little bit. Have not receded anymore, and actually have a little bit of polyp extension, so maybe they'll come back from the dead. I'm going to try to continue not doing water changes for as long as I can. I'm still stirring up the sand bed. I'm still blowing off the rocks. Trying to do as much maintenance as I can without actually changing any of the water. Now, if a issue does arise and something happens, then yes, obviously I'm going to do a water change. Some of the corals are growing into each other. Might have to frag some of those off. Birds of Paradise has really increased in color. Polyps have gotten very purple, the base very green. Utter chaos, sprouting up new heads all the time. I did not see this kind of zoa growth until I started dosing the Elements tea, so whatever is in it apparently was lacking in my tank before. Appreciate you guys watching. Make sure to stay tuned for updates. It's probably going to be on a monthly basis. It seems to work better with my schedule. Thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.